Boom, we're back again with another one. And today we're going to see if this lens right here, the Sony Nifty 50, is a good purchase in 2023. When you purchase the Nifty 50 from Sony, you get a lens hood, the cap, and the base cap, right? It's not weather sealed, but we can't expect a weather seal lens at this price point. So that's okay. All right. Um, the build is pretty plasticky, very lightweight. So don't drop this lens. And even if you do drop it, it's cheap, so you could easily replace it. And that's one of the plus of this lens, right? The only cons I'll say is the focus is a bit noisy and it haunts, right? So other than that, it's a good lens. You should get it, you should buy it. Keep it in a camera bag, use or not use. It's nice to have. So I took this lens on a food photography shoot I did sometime last week, and I must say I was pretty impressed with the results that I got. There's a little bit of hunting, but not a deal breaker for me in my book, right? The results that I got from this little lens that cost 270, I'll put the price here on the screen, but I was looking for a 50mm lens to work with that is not really expensive, but still gives good quality for the price. And upon research, I found out that this lens was a good purchase. Outside of the hunting, this lens is a perfect buy. And I was using it for photography, so it wasn't a deal breaker for me, as I said. I tried it in video. I'll give it like a 70% out of 100 where video is concerned. As I said, the hunting is there. So upon review of the photos, I'm going to bring it up here on screen. The photos were sharp. The bouquet in the background of the photos, I'll say I'm pretty impressed with the results of this lens. Should you buy a lens like this in 2023? I'll say, yeah, go right on ahead. What do we have to lose? It's only $200 and something. Pretty inexpensive. It's a nice beginner lens. I wouldn't say it's a pro lens, but I don't want to consider myself as a professional, but I've been doing this for quite some time. And here I am with a Nifty 50 from Sony, and I can say it is a good purchase. So for beginners, for pros, you're looking for an inexpensive 50mm lens just to get the job done without breaking the bank. This lens right here is perfect. So I'm going to bring up on the screen here, as you can see, some BTS of the shoot that I did with food. So you can see I'm using a Flashpoint AD600 and I'm using a bounce board to bounce back the light. So the photography will be even out on both sides. I'll bring up the original and then I'll show you the final after editing, so you can see how this lens performs. As you can see in the images, I'll pixel peep here a bit. I'll zoom in on a few of them so you can see how sharp this lens is. The focus was a bit noisy, I must say, but as I said, this is not for video. I was using it for photography. Unless you're going to use it in video that you plan to add background music to without any dialogue. And even if you're going to use it for videos with dialogue, what you could do is get a lapel or a wireless mic like I'm using now, the DJI, and you won't have to worry about the noise because it's not that loud that it's going to reach across from where it is on the camera to pick up in the mic. Alright, so these that you're looking at right here is just low light photos, right? It was only being lit by the candle in the background, and that was it. And there was a overhead lighting that was shining down. It was what was the temperature? That a yellowish incandescent type of look. It was an orange light from above that was already in the restaurant that gave the food a pop, separate and apart from the additional lights that I added. So we had some burst shots as well where we were pouring sauce on the food, and when we're pouring the sauce, you know we have to be firing fast to catch the right perfect shot. I'll bring it up on the screen here so you could see how it did, and it locked on to the pouring of the sauce, the sprinkling of the powder, all of that. The 50mm f1.8 from Sony that costs under $300. Trust me, this is a must-have in your camera bag. Okay, so conclusion, who is this lens for? I would say this lens is for someone that is starting out. You just got your first camera and you don't have a big budget to get a nice lens to begin with. This is the lens for you, especially if you're getting a full frame camera. There is a crop sensor equivalent to this. It's an f1.8 as well, but it's an OSS lens. I have that as well for my A64. And that's pretty good, but this one is sharper, in my opinion. So I would say this lens is for somebody that needs high quality images, high quality videos on a budget. So guys, that's it for this one. Please remember to like, share, leave a comment, let me know if you're going to get one of this. If you use it before, what you think of it. Remember to subscribe, like, share, send the video all about. Until next time, I'm out.